Hi, my name is Lara and welcome to my channel, Inner Goddess Guidance. I am a personal coach. I was a teacher for many, many years, and now I am stepping into mission in my divine feminine twin flame path. And I am bringing some of my skills and insights and tools to you, and really for targeting self-healing and self-mastery. So my philosophy or my belief is that each person knows best their own healing needs and can actually navigate their own journey really well if given the right tools. So basically, I believe very strongly that journaling is a powerful tool for getting in touch with your own needs, your own thoughts, taking time, slowing down, becoming mindful. I also believe very much in affirmations and the power of affirmations and the power of gratitude. So I've combined those things together along with some goddess energy, oracle cards, and messages from spirit. And that's how I've created this channel. Today, I want to take a minute to first sit in gratitude for each and every viewer, for you. I cannot tell you how blessed I feel that I have come to the point in my life where I feel like all of my knowledge, all of my experiences, the good, the bad, and all the tools that I've gained have finally converged to bring me to this point, here and now, where I feel guided on a mission and that I can bring my tools to serve you. And every single one of you who has liked, subscribed, and commented, even if you haven't done that and you're just watching, I just want to thank you, because it means a lot to me to know that what I have to offer is valuable to you. So I was thinking about how I was inspired the other day, and I tried making this video already and then it didn't work. So this is shot number 2. We'll see if this one will actually work without the issues that I've been having. My inspiration is really about energy exchange. And I was thinking about how it is really my dream to expand my business of personal coaching to serve the community. And I wanted to be able to really let people know what I have to offer individually. And so I want to take a minute to present to you a plan, an inspiration for how I would like to do that with you. I would like it if on this particular video, you let me know any questions, issues, stumbling blocks, any struggles that you are having. If you comment in the comment section and just tell me what they are, then for every 10 comments I get, I'm going to put those names of the people into a drawing to get a free 30-minute coaching session with me so that you can experience firsthand how I can guide you individually. I think that the experiences that I've had so far with the people who've reached out to me have been amazing. And I know that what I'm trying to do for the collective in creating these videos is one way to serve, but even more powerfully is to serve you individually. And it is my dream to be able to be lucrative, to make that my business. So in doing that, I thought, well, how can I, show people really individually what I can do? And I thought, well, if I, let you know that you can make a comment or a suggestion, you could actually be feeding the content of future videos, as well as me sort of giving an exchange back and saying, please join me for a free coaching session. So for every 10 comments I get, I'm going to take those names, put them in, pull out one. If I get 20 by tomorrow, then I'll pull out 2 names. If I get it'll grow, over time. And every time I get 10 more, I'll just put those names in and I'll pull out again. And what I thought was you can comment if you want to comment and make suggestions, or comment, I'm confused about this part of the journey, or I really don't understand when it says how to navigate, how to work with shadow, how to do shadow work, or I really don't understand what it means to transmute, or I don't know how to regulate my own energy. How can I regulate my own energy? Whatever it is that you're struggling with, if you want to comment more than once, that's okay. I'll put your name in more than once. And that way I get to get in touch with not only individual needs, but I can also see collective trends, and that will help me determine what's most important for me to address on the channel. So please make a comment today and get a free coaching session. You could also combine the free coaching session with a 30-minute paid session. You'd end up with a 60-minute session for the price of a 30-minute session, and that would only be $30. And I think you'd find it really useful. So there you go. That's my suggestion for the day. And I have gotten some really good ideas from different subscribers or commenters, and one of them came today actually, and so I thought I'd include a quick little blip on that right now, and then I'll move into the cards. So I had a question about what's the difference between setting boundaries and sort of our blocks to opening our heart. So what's the difference between a boundary and a block? Well, if you just think about those words for a minute, a boundary is protecting and making clear something, but a boundary doesn't have to be a block. So a boundary doesn't have to be, for example, a wall or a fence. A boundary can just be a line, right? But I was thinking that blocks, when we're blocking ourselves from really feeling or giving love, that related to something that I'm familiar with through the energy healing work that I've been doing with somebody who does emotion code and body code. And so I looked up, the word that she used was a heart wall. And a heart wall is something that's created to protect our heart. It usually happens because of a trapped emotion from a traumatic experience we've had. And so what happens is, if you can imagine that the heart is an energetic field, and it's sensitive, it's very sensitive. And so if we have a traumatic experience, we begin to build a wall that energetically is there to protect us, but it also walls us in like a prison. And so it becomes a barrier to opening ourselves back up and being vulnerable to love in the future. Heart walls begin to develop when we're young, and some people might even say that those heart walls can be up from past lives or generationally. So what you want to do in dealing with a heart wall is you want to get in touch with what are those blocks to love that are keeping you from opening up and being vulnerable. So a boundary is protecting yourself because you know your worth, you know what is reasonable to keep you healthy, right? The difference is I'm protecting myself because I want to stay healthy, versus a heart wall, which is a protective field, which is actually keeping you from growing again or exposing yourself again. So that's something to think about, and I have asked and will ask again for the woman that I'm working with in energetic healing, see if she can come on the channel and give us some guidance when it comes to what are heart walls, what kinds of emotions are stuck in there, and how we get rid of them. But for now, I can guide you to Dr. Bradley Nelson is the man who created both the body code and the emotion code. And there's quite a bit of information online. He has a website. And if you look up what is a heart wall, you're going to get a lot of information on that. And I'm going to encourage you to do your own research and to take the ownership of that. So go out and take a look. What is a heart wall? And then you can ask yourself, do I have some blocks and what are they? Just to tell you, when I had my practitioner work with me, she discovered that my heart wall was 88 feet high and 8 feet deep into the earth. And these were blocks, and she systematically took down that heart wall. And the first time through, we got the heart wall almost all the way down. By the second session, we were able to get it all the way down. And she went back and found things in past lives. She found things that were generational, and she found things in my own experience in my life that were blocking me. I don't always think that we can consciously know, and I don't always know that we can subconsciously find it on our own. I think that sometimes you need to work with an energy healer like I am in order to reduce that heart wall completely. But that's my own experience, because I never would have thought that I had a heart wall. And I was somewhat shocked to find out that it was so big and so deep. However, I definitely noticed a shift in myself once that heart wall was down. So there you go. That's my information on the difference between a boundary and a heart wall. So let's get into the Goddess Oracle message of the day and calling in spirit first. Dear Spirit of the universe, of love and light, please be with us in this time and place as we focus our collective intention on gaining wisdom and guidance for our journey toward healing and self-mastery. We ask for open hearts and minds to receive the messages that will serve our highest and best good in the service of love in all forms. With deep gratitude, thank you. Okay, Goddess Oracle message of the day. Comes from the Goddess Oracle by Amy Sophia Marashinsky and Rana Janto. I really love these cards, by the way. I'm learning a lot. Okay, Spirit, would you please give us one Goddess Oracle card, one message from the goddesses? What energy can work with us today to guide us? Give us a message. We can become mindful on our journey. Oh, holy moly, that was way too much. But I'm taking the one that fell out forward first in front of me, and I'll pick up the others later. Okay, Minerva, beliefs. I was just talking with a client about beliefs that we have, that we carry with us from childhood, some of which are beliefs that have planted fear in us, and how to go in and sort of clear out those beliefs that we carry with us from childhood. So Minerva, beliefs. I am what I think. My life is shaped and formed by what I tell myself. Who I am in the world is who I think I am. What I have in the world is what I think I can have. The contents of my mind are what I choose. I discard, cut out, drop that which doesn't contribute. What others believe about me is their story. It tells more about what they think than who I am. In my journey, I make sure that I I make sure that what I carry is of my own careful choosing and serves me well. Minerva, the Roman and Etruscan goddess of intelligence, creativity, wisdom, domestic skills, and handicrafts, was the patroness of artisans, of all people whose handiwork was guided by their minds. Her very name comes from the ancient root for mind. Minerva appears here with her sacred tree, the olive. She wears an aegis, which is a breastplate edged with snakes, and an owl on her headdress, which identifies her as a goddess of death and the deepest mysteries. Minerva has come to tell you it is time to examine your beliefs and change them if they do not nurture your wholeness. How are old, outworn, unhealthy thoughts undermining your life, your energy, your happiness? Do you believe what other people think and or say about you? Are you still running the tape of negative messages your parents or caregivers gave you when you were a child? Do you believe the worst about yourself or the best? Are your beliefs too rigid to permit and support your evolution? We all are born with a story. It is our choice whether we want to live the story we were born with or create one that nourishes all we want to be. Minerva says that wholeness is nurtured when you see yourself with all your parts, both dark and light, and choose your beliefs to serve your highest good. So today, in your journal, you might want to take some time to really delve into what are my limiting beliefs? What is my story about myself? Do I want that story to continue? Or do I want to change it? You may have to get some, do some deep inner work to find those beliefs and discard them. Or they may be really obvious to you right off. I know that I had some beliefs. I had some beliefs about I'm going to be abandoned. I will not be chosen. I am. I'm not as good as. And those beliefs about myself played out over and over and over and over. And as I became conscious of them, I became aware of when I was playing that out, when I was choosing that mindset. And getting rid of them. It's a process. So become aware of your beliefs today. I was thinking the other day, I came across something that I've heard many times by Wayne Dyer. He talks about, and other places online talk about it too, the power of the I am statements. So if you write I am, and then you allow yourself to brainstorm, just let out. So I am, and then brainstorm in your journal all the things that come up for you, good and bad. You're going to be getting close to what are those beliefs, and then you can really examine what some of those are, and get rid of any that you no longer want to choose, and then you will write a different story. So I am. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's related to the word, the name of God, the great I am. And so when you say I am, so I am undeserving, I am unworthy, I am not, anything, whatever you think you are not. You are, you're defining yourself in, and the divine in you. And when you think of it that way, maybe you'll start to say better I am statements. I am divine. You are. I am love. You are. I am successful. I am powerful. I am in control of myself. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am helpful. I am kind. So take some time to do that today. Minerva says we get to choose. We get to choose. Maybe we didn't when we were young get to choose what we believed. We let those seeds be planted inside of us and we ingested them. You know, we ingested those statements. And I think sometimes people came along and they said, you are, and they handed us that meal and we just ate it because that's what they handed us. And now we have to go in and go, I'm weeding the garden. I'm pulling out the negative I ams and I'm preserving and making space for the positive I ams. So that's a thought today, how to use your journal in that way. And yesterday I played around with using the Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom Oracle cards by Christiane Northrup. And I enjoyed that very much. So we're going to see today if we can get another message from them. So Spirit, please give us one message from the Christiane Northrup Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom cards. Please. Maybe something about our beliefs and how to get rid of them, where they come from. Okay. Self-expression, perfection versus imperfection. You know, there's something about this picture that reminds me of this picture. Is it the wings? Is it the way she's standing? Is it her? I don't know. Similar to me, similar energy of that. And then enlightened heart and mind, this is regroup. So in the Christiane Northrup cards, she's divided them into 5 sections, and each section has a developmental steps that she's got. And in self-expression, I pulled perfection and imperfection number 5. And it says, no form of self-expression will ever be perfect. The minute you update your surroundings, your wardrobe, or even your computer, something will need to be changed. Accept this process and embrace it as part of joyous, ongoing, never complete self-expression. Relax. This isn't a competition. Genuine self-expression never hurts or diminishes the personal creative space of others. Self-expression is an ongoing, ever-changing process. Self-expression, perfection versus imperfection. Did you know weavers very, very talented weavers from most traditions that I know, but I know specifically in Oaxaca, people who weave rugs will purposely weave in an imperfection. And that's true with, I believe, the Navajo tradition as well. Master weavers. Why would they include an imperfection? Because the idea was that, I believe, I'm stating this correctly, that perfection is for God. Perfection is for source, that we don't need to be perfect. In fact, that is something that was worked into the rug on purpose. Okay, next. Enlightened heart and mind, regroup. Says, we can express consciously only the parts of ourselves of which we are aware. We all have unconscious patterns that impede optimal self-expression. These are usually based on our fear of what others will think, say, or do if we become all of who we really are. We fear that if we become more of who we really are, we'll lose some of our relationships, and we will. For a while, we may feel that it's too lonely to grow, so it's not worth it. Have faith. The law of attraction will always bring you what you most need and want. It's far better to express yourself fully and learn how to be alone for a while than to become ill from stagnation with others who are also stuck. Acknowledge the consequences of failing to express who and what you really are. True self-expression is based on self-examination, integrity, honesty, and a willingness to change. Hold on, someone's at the door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to see what that was about. So, I got a little bit disoriented there from this. Yeah, I think this fits really well, this regroup, with the idea of not worrying so much about what other people say and think of us, and being aware of our beliefs, becoming conscious when we can, right? Some things are easy, we're very conscious of them, and other things are hidden deeply. And when we think back to that part about the heart wall as well, what's blocking us and keeping us from opening up completely or expressing ourselves, the self-expression, right? In a way that feels like we can be authentic, bring our gifts out, stop worrying about judgment or listening to our past programming from childhood or even other lifetimes, those things that are limiting us from achieving. It is a difficult process, and it is an ongoing process. It's something that I think we dive into, we deal with, and then we sort of come back up to the surface, and then we dive back down again, and we come back up to the surface. I don't think that our healing is ever complete. I mean, I know we would like that, but as wonderful as I feel that I've been able to do as much work as I have, I keep finding there's more there. There's more to do, more excavation, more to mine in myself. And, I hope I continue for my whole lifetime. I can't imagine being done with that. I heard Maya Angelou say something similar to that the other day on something that I because I love her, and I watch videos of people that inspire me, and she's one of them. She was doing an interview with Oprah, and basically Oprah said, are you done? Are you wise at this point? And she was like, I have a lot to offer. I've learned a lot, but I'm not done. I hope that I'm never done. We're not done until we're done, at least here. And even then, some people would say we've been learning for lifetimes. We've been we've been on this journey for a long time, much longer than we consciously know. And embracing the journey of healing. Which one of that was that? This one that talked about basically embracing that journey of never-ending change in the process and saying, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with embracing the journey because I keep getting to know myself, and through myself I'm connecting with the divine, and through myself I'm connecting with the collective. I'm connecting with all of humanity. And the more I go in and dive in and do my own healing work, the more I'm connecting with everybody. So yeah, those are great thoughts for the day. What would a good affirmation be here? I become aware of my limiting beliefs. Today I become aware of my limiting beliefs and choose to discard them. Today I am aware of my process, my desire to be perfect, but I embrace my imperfection, or I allow myself to be imperfect. I don't worry about judgment. Okay? Those would be good for today. And that is going to be the video today. It is here in Seattle, July 2nd or 1st today. Anyway, it's pouring down rain. Welcome to Seattle. Wherever you are, I hope that you are having a wonderful day. And please remember that on this video, this one in particular, I want you to please write a question, make some sort of comment, or maybe you're curious about something, whatever it is, you leave that down in the comment section. For every 10 I get, I'm going to pull a name. Somebody's going to get the opportunity to have a free coaching session, and then you can explore for yourself on an individual basis how I can serve you. And I will be really excited to do that because the experiences that I've had so far working with amazing divine feminines on this journey, and the way that we connect and support one another, it has been really beautiful. So I can't wait to work with you. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.